Hi, welcome to this week's preview show as we head for Wimbledon and Plough Lane. It's been a busy week for the U's. Cambridge in the Papa John's Trophy, young man making his full debut, Tyler Goodrum. You are a positive guy, you're always brilliant around the place, always happy. But last night we lost a game of football, we lost it in the end 4-1. Do you sleep after? Does it affect you? How does it work?
It was obviously a really good moment for me to make my full debut, but at the end of the day we conceded 4 goals that we shouldn't have conceded. Like, fair play to Cambridge for taking the chances, but when you look at it, 3 set pieces, even like we said at half time, after the first one we shouldn't have conceded the second one, and then I thought that would have been it for the set pieces, and then third one went in and it was just more frustration.
The second goal killed us. Luke had just gone off, but there was no time to reorganise because it went straight, we conceded a second right on the stroke at half time. No chance to kind of just hang in there, was there?
There wasn't, because it was the free kick and then they went for the corner and then there was no time to go, right, this is our set up. Like, it was literally bang bang.
Yeah.
That read then the other goal, and then when you go in at half time 2-0 after a positive first half, when you take away those 2 goals, I thought we did well in that first half. So.
I thought we were very good for 40 minutes. I thought you were very good for 40 minutes. You're your own worst critic as well. What did you think of your performance?
I thought there were times where I got on the ball and tried to do what I usually do, but then I thought there were times where I could have got on the ball more. I reflected it with my dad last night. I could have got on the ball more, especially in the first 10-15 minutes, but I think I barely touched the ball, which I wasn't happy with myself, the fact that I didn't do that, because I'm the kind of player that I want to get on the ball all the time, and then the fact that I didn't just made me frustrated.
When you did, the goalkeeper made a good save from you, didn't he?
Yeah, I thought when I got into that position, I'd back myself to score there.
Yeah.
So.
I was already on my feet celebrating. It didn't work. Were there nerves? I know you've come on as a sub before, but before first start, when did you know you were playing?
I knew the day before. We got told the team and then done the shape, and then I got told that I was playing the 10, which I was happy about, and I was just excited to actually make my full start, which was.
Did you sleep the night before, or were you nervous?
I did sleep, because obviously the pre-season games helped as well.
Yeah.
Being involved in them with the boys, it was I thought it's just like any other game.
Yeah.
So I just thought I'd go into it, try to be myself, and just try to show everyone what I can do and what they know I'm capable of.
Well, you did that, and I think the gaffer was very complimentary about you. He said how well you played. He also said, and for all of you, because there were a lot of young players out there, it's a learning curve, isn't it? So all of you were bright enough to learn from what happened last night, and you in particular. Yeah,
100%. Even when Clinton came on, even the set pieces from that, he can learn from that and look back at it. You've just got JJ, Josh, Gats. They can all learn something from little bits. Even watching the game, the ones who didn't come on, they can still watch it and see what they can do better. And so.
And as I've said in nearly every interview I've done with you, it's another little step forward, isn't it?
Yeah, just another stepping stone where you can go and hopefully kick on, and
So the first team head for Plough Lane. The women have the long trip down to Plymouth in the National League. Manager Liam Gilbert popped in the other day, caught up with him. It was not great news about one of their star players. Plymouth away, all I think of is a long journey. It doesn't matter, does it? You've got to play those games this season.
Yeah, of course. Third week in a row, we've got a nice long trip to look forward to. So we're getting to spend some great time together.
Season so far?
Bit of a mixed bag, if we're honest. 2 wins, a draw and a loss. Ideally that'd be another win, but we're still growing and developing as a group, and I think some of the character we're starting to show and some of the football we are playing shows that we're moving in the right direction.
If most managers would say it, do you think you should have had more points for your performances than the results suggest?
Good question.
That's what I'm here for.
I'm glad. Yes and no. I think we could have been better when we picked up a win, and then same in a situation when we've dropped points. So it's, as the season goes, there'll be ebbs and flows. We'll pick up wins when we may or may not deserve it, and then vice versa.
Not great news this week. What's the news of Kaylee Hines' injury?
Unfortunately, she's broken her leg, just above her ankle. It came off the back of the Pompey game, and we wish her a speedy recovery. We'll do everything we can as a football club, as we always do, to help her through the recovery process.
She's an unbelievable person. She will come back from that. She's just a fighter.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think that's the best way to describe her. I think that a lot of people we've got at the football club, her character has probably been challenged more than others with some of the injuries she's had, and she always comes back stronger, and which is fantastic and a credit to her.
And in her absence, somebody else gets a chance.
Absolutely, but we've said since day one it's a squad thing. We're not going to rely on individuals. Yes, she's a good player, but we've got 18, 19, 20 good players that I spoke to one of the coaches yesterday. We'll plan accordingly. We've got other players who have different strengths that will come in and do their best for the team.
The last question is not directly connected with the women's team and your role there. You've been in today, and we're filming this on Bank Holiday Monday, there's no secret of that. You've been in today working with Carl, seeing what happens within the first team. That one club thing is really important, isn't it? I know the girls are going to start using the gym more, and there's a one club mentality.
Yeah, absolutely. Even more so over the last probably 6 months. Like those who've come to our games, I think Carl's been at our last 3 home games. Apart from the one when the midweek one when the men had QPR. Yeah. Well, I can't believe that.
Well, he could have got the second half.
No, it's been fantastic. Chris Neville is playing a big part in trying to push a lot of stuff forward, and it's nice to feel that we are really a part of the fabric at the football club, and that the club want to drive us forward as well as the men's team. And from speaking with the girls, and the work that others are doing, and it's being seen, and we really appreciate it. I know it's not the same at other football clubs. I know they say we're one club, but the fact that the first team manager comes and watches our games, and then he'll come and pop to a training session or invite us into their training sessions and talk through different bits and pieces, I think really highlights that, or takes his time to speak to Kaylee. Yeah. Gave her a call to see how she was, which shows about his character and again the football club itself.
So our best wishes to Kaylee. I'm sure she'll make a speedy recovery. Wimbledon away is a sellout. There are no tickets left. You can't go. If you are going, we've been before. We went last season when there were no fans. There's not a huge amount of parking around the ground. It's a nice ground. You'll like it. There'll be a good atmosphere, but leave a little bit of extra time for that one. If you're watching the game usually internationally, you need to check with your local TV schedules, because the game is being shown internationally on Saturday. There'll be extra cameras, it'll be great. However, if it's being shown on TV where you live, then the rights are not there for iFollow, so it can't be shown on iFollow. Check where you live. I can't check individual nations, can I? So go and have a look for yourself. There has been far too much of me in the previous show. Well, there is every week, to be honest. I appreciate that. Last week I put out an appeal. If anybody wanted to come and do the big interview, they could do it. A couple of fans stepped forward. Here's them, talking to Matty Taylor. I'll see you Saturday.
Hi, Matty Taylor. It's me, Charlie.
How you doing, Charlie? You alright?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm quite a big fan of you, striking and stuff.
Well, that is good to hear, mate. That's good to hear.
Yeah. Is it all right if I ask you a couple of questions?
Yeah, fire away, mate. Fire away.
So, first one is, who was your favourite player and when you were growing up and why?
It's a good question, actually. It's a good question. I like watching probably fairly recently, maybe not growing up, but recently I've quite enjoyed watching Aguero. I love watching him play. Love watching his. Obviously, he's a very good goal scorer. His movement and his all-round game is really good to watch. And obviously, being a striker myself, try and pick up tips, but not that I've picked up too many, to be honest. But he's a really good watch.
You're doing great, by the way, with this season and stuff.
Yeah, it's been a good start, hasn't it? It's a bit not all we're used to starting this well, so hopefully we can continue it and see where it takes us.
Yeah, that leads on to my next question, which is, where do you think we will finish at the end in this league at the end of the season?
Well, I mean, obviously only time will tell. I don't have that answer, unfortunately. We'll just keep focus on the next game, keep trying to win the next game and see where it takes us. And obviously we've had two very good playoff campaigns the last couple of years, which we were disappointed with to not win and get promoted. So yeah, we'll be aiming high again, and fingers crossed we can finish high up the table again.
What do you like about the gaffer?
Yeah, no, I was going to say he's decent in golfing, but no, he's obviously a brilliant coach, brilliant man management, and he's just a top guy, to be honest. He cares about the club, cares about the side, and obviously the way we play, I think, shows you what a good manager and coach he is. And I think we've got better and better last two seasons, and I think hopefully as a squad we'll hopefully get better this season. And I think he's really good. What do you think of him?
He's an absolute legend, to be honest. He has just carried this club the whole way. He could be a bit mouthy with the referees on sometimes. But apart from that, he's a legend. Sorry. This is a quick fire round. I want you to answer questions as fast as you can.
Right.
If you can't, that's fine. Okay?
Yeah, no worries.
Right,
How many is there? How many you got?
6, I think.
Okay.
What's your favourite film?
Quick fire, yeah. I'll probably go with Rocky. I like the Rocky box set, yeah.
What was your first car?
My first car was. You probably won't even remember this, to be honest. It was an old style shaped Ford Fiesta, a purple one.
It gets you from A to B. That's all you can ask for, really.
Yeah, that's the main thing.
What's your favourite pizza?
Favorite pizza is probably I do quite like a margarita, to be honest.
It's plain old pizza.
Yeah, well, it depends if it's got good cheeses and stuff on it. Or pepperoni. Can't go wrong with that.
No. What car do you drive now? So I've seen some of the players' cars come out of the training ground. There's some fancy pieces of kit.
I got a Range Rover now at the minute. Changed a couple of months ago. But yeah, gets you to train them back.
What is your favourite book?
My favourite book? I mean, I only really read kids' books, to be honest, now for the bedtime stories. But the one I've read recently, or I started recently, I'm reading Tyson Fury's autobiography. So started quite well. He's obviously got quite a good story and involving mental health and obviously reaching the heights that he's done, and obviously winning the world title. So yeah, it's quite an inspiring story.
What is your favourite song?
I don't know. I like listening to all different types of music. To be honest, ranging from Drake to Michael Jackson. Don't really have a favourite song. Just whatever mood I'm feeling in. Or if it's before a game, something with a bit of beat, and Cam's normally got some bangers on. So yeah, I don't really have a favourite song.
That's all of my questions. Thanks for answering them.
You're welcome, mate. You're welcome. It's a pleasure. Pleasure was mine.
I didn't enjoy that, Charlie. Younger, better-looking people asking better questions than I ever ask. That's not going to catch on. Didn't like that.
I think it will.
No, I don't.
Did a great job, Charlie.
Yeah, very good, Charlie. Is that something? Is it just you're a football fan, Charlie, or do you want to be a journalist or something in media? What do you want to do?
I'll probably be a professional footballer. I'll probably follow in Matty Taylor's footsteps, to be honest. Striker all the way.
Well, if Matty can make it, then there's hope for everybody, isn't there?
How many years have I got left in me, Charlie?
A good 15 years, I reckon.
15. Cool. You let the gaffer know, won't you?
I'll try.